Hey everybody, here I am at my YouTube channel. Just wanted to teach you one thing. Anytime you do a reboot of your system, you have to have certain, let me adjust myself here, you have to have certain programs and certain things. So I'm just going to show you everything you need to have. Let's get right into it. First of all, I wanted to show you this picture that I got off the web. Don't ever do this. This is just ridiculous. See all these icons? There's no reason for this. Whenever you do a new boot, don't do this. I'll show you what my screen actually looks like. It's right here. See how clean it is? This is what you want your screen to look like. You want games, utilities, audio, art, video, internet, maybe even a printer one. But it's real simple to make these icons. All you got to do is when you first make them, just go to new folder, and we'll just call it new folder, I suppose. Hit enter, and it looks like this, real blank. Real simple. Now come in here, go to properties, come over here to customize, go to change icon. Now there's a lot of icons you can download and you can find them on the web. Anyway, come in here, and so I can change this to say Eeyore. So we'll change that to Eeyore, hit OK, and hit apply. Hit OK again. There it is. I have a Eeyore icon. That's for all my fun Eeyore stuff. I'm kidding. But no, we're going to delete that now because I don't need an Eeyore icon, obviously. But no, we're going to get down to business here. Once you get everything set up, you get everything set up like this. You want your video, your internet, your art, your audio, your utilities, and your game all put into separate folders. Once you get that done, and then you're going to need these utilities, and pretty much in this order. First one is Apache OpenOffice, and that is here. Here's the website. Apache OpenOffice. Show you what it does real quick. Go into my utilities. It's a replacement for Word. Word is... Anyway, it is what it is. They want money for it. They want money for all their stuff. So you can do everything that Word does, but you can do it in OpenOffice. Basically, they reversed engineered Word and everything in it. The only thing you have to be aware of is when you're using this program, you're typing TEXT, and you decide you want to save it. Come up here to go to File, and then go to Save As. And now this is the document it wants to save it as. So you want to change that. You want to change it to Microsoft Word. Wow, how simple is that? Same thing in presentation and everything else, which is PowerPoint, actually. So, yeah. So, OpenOffice has everything as the same as Word. Moving right along. Let's go to the next point of interest, which would be 7-zip. 7-zip, you gotta have it. 7-zip is a real easy utility program to use. What it does is it takes compressed files and it opens and expands them back up so that you can put them on to your computer. If you don't have 7-zip, and it also emulates, it'll do WinRAR as well. And so any files that are WinRAR or 7-zip, you can easily open them with that. And that's at its respective location here. CCleaner, excellent program. I have it down here in my toolbar. For the simple fact that I can do one click, I can clean everything that I need to clean. Not only I can clean my registry, I can go to tools, I can see what all my startup programs are, like this. Here's all my startup programs, and then I can turn them off or on. Real simple way to do that. Clean your registry after you get rid of things. So you might be missing something. I'll scan it real quick, give you a real quick idea of, see if any of my registry keys are missing. Of course, you don't want to do this if you can always back it up anyway. So application program file, speed test, execute, Microsoft, blah 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 blah. Anyway, I can get rid of that. Not gonna right now, but then there's the easy clean, and then it just cleans all your junk files that are on there all the time. See, it tells you how many trackers, how much junk you have, and actually, I'll probably just hit. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it another time. But I could clean all those. So CCleaner, excellent program. Moving right along, PowerISO. PowerISO is a virtual disk drive. So a lot of things you get on the internet will require a virtual disk drive. And what that allows you to do is install it as if it's coming off of a disk onto your computer. And it's very important to have this if you want to get any of the good software that's out there. And you can make your own PowerISO or your own ISO. It's an image file that's off of a disk, and then in order to read it, you have to make a fake image file, like a fake disk drive. And then this is what it does, and then that way you can install it on your computer. Next thing is Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox is excellent web browser, and of course I have that down here in the toolbar as well. One thing to mention about Mozilla Firefox is it doesn't track you, and neither does this website I'm at, DuckDuckGo. Now, your DuckDuckGo won't look this way unless you put in these certain things, like this is called Stylus, and I also have something, it's an ad blocker. So like when you're on YouTube pages and stuff like that, you don't want to watch all those ads about cars and different things. Just pretty much block all the ads, and then Stylus, you can make the web page look however you want it to look. But definitely recommend using DuckDuckGo as your search engine, not Google, not any of those other things, because they track you, they keep track of you, and they start sending you spam and different things. So this is a good way to not be tracked by big corporations and have them send you everything that they think you need. Okay, anyway, oh yeah, and if you're, after you get Firefox, if you type in Drunken Master, you can get some cool thing like this for a little top piece that you can put in there as well. This is all under add-ons over here. You go to the hamburger, they call it the hamburger. It's actually a selection menu or settings menu. And then you go to plugins or themes. And this is one of my themes that I made myself. But yeah, you can check it out or not. So anyway, that's how you do add-ons. Here's all the plugins that I have. I have Adblocker Ultimate, Stylus, YouTube video and audio downloader, BitDefender stuff, and it gives you recommendations too. And also you can download videos straight off the web if you get the right programs and stuff using this. And it's really cool because, like I said, it doesn't really track you or anything. So that being said, let's go on to the next one. Now that we're into the internet, next thing would be BitComet. BitComet is this orange looking thing I have down here. I'm not actually going to pull it up right this second because I don't want to. Because there's probably a lot of programs in there that I don't want people to see, because the simple fact is I have a copyright going right now and there's some things that I got going on. But anyway, this is a peer-to-peer file transfer thing, and it's really good if you need programs of any sort. It's called FTP, peer-to-peer transfer. And like I said, I got a copyright that's supposed to be going through, and I don't want anybody to see what I got going on. Next up, BetterNet VPN. So VPN is basically anybody can track you and find out where you are in the world or what your computer address is. And you can block them. Well, you're not actually blocking them. You're telling them you're somewhere else and you live somewhere else with a different computer. The easy way of doing that is using this little guy here, which is called BetterNet. BetterNet, you can get online, and I'll have links to all this stuff, of course, because you absolutely need all this stuff to even get started. So BetterNet is here. You can select a virtual location anywhere in the world, but once you do connect, if you don't have a high-speed internet, it's going to slow down your speed. So let's see. Okay, so I do have a speed test here. So we can do this. I'm going to show you my speed, basically where I'm at. I'm going to hit go. Now this is going to try to find out exactly how fast my speed is for the internet. Okay, so you can see I'm cruising. I'm really cruising, which is great. It used to be Cable One. It's called Sparklight now. Excellent internet. That was my download rate. You see here, 232.58 megabytes per second. And you see here, upload rate is that. Now, if I connect, with the VPN, this little marshmallow guy here, that's what I call him anyway. Now you'll see that it's going to cut my speed down because I'm going through a virtual server and then back here, so it's faking out who I am and where I'm at. So if I hit go again, see, I'm not cruising that fast. I was at 200 and something, but now I'm at like 40. But for privacy's sake, you know, that's a good thing. But another thing is, right now it's halfway in the middle of the night, early morning, and you can disconnect from this and reconnect and maybe get a better connection, because that was pretty slow for what I've got. Anyway, so that's your virtual VPN. Next up on the board is BitDefender. Excellent program. Totally recommend. Anytime you have a computer, you should always buy the software. Yeah, it costs a bit. It's only like $50 for an entire year to protect your computer. And BitDefender exactly does that. Let me see if it's in my utilities here. Otherwise I gotta go moving my picture around, and I don't care to do that right now. So here it is, BitDefender. You are safe. It's got notifications. There's all kinds of settings you can have on here. See, it's telling me a lot of cool stuff, and it's also letting me know what's trying to connect to the web. I have it set up that way. You don't have to have it set up all intense like I do, but gives you all kind of information here. There's all kinds of different settings. There's everything in here, but it protects your computer, runs in the background, and if something pops up that it isn't like, it'll notify you, and then you can say yay or nay. You can say yes or no, and you know, do I want this to connect to the web? Maybe not. And the next thing is we're going to go into video, and that's Handbrake. Excellent program. Handbrake is really good. Should have it under video. Like I said in the beginning, you do not want to make all those icons all over your desktop. You want them in their respectful folders and their places under program files usually, and then just create a shortcut for them. So here's Handbrake here, and Handbrake is super helpful because it'll convert AVI files into MP4s, and you need that for many different reasons. I know some of my AVI files don't play right. They'll kind of skip out and stuff like that. But also, if I have a video recorded that I want to give to my parents, it has to be MP4 because their TV won't play an AVI file. So really important. Anyway, drag drop it in here, change it to whatever you want. It's real simple, but really powerful. Next on the list, VLC Video. excellent program. So right up in here as well. Now this is open source freeware. You really want this because there's a lot of codecs and things that you won't be able to play probably just through the Windows player. But anyway, you can just come up here and grab a video, whatever video it is. You can actually, when you select your video, you can just say, right click on it and say play it with this software. I don't really have any videos to show you right now, but well, I guess here's one right here. It's called Missing 411. So if I right click on it, I can go over here and I can go to open with VLC media player. It's going to look weird because I have it set up for 3D, which is also cool because I have 3D glasses and everything, which is another option you can do with this. That's why it's looking so weird. So the next thing is Blender. Blender is another great program. It's mostly for 3D applications. I'm not going to get into that right now. There's a lot to it. DragonFrame. Anybody who wants to do any stop frame animation, which they call it, they don't call it stop frame anymore. They call it something else. Anyway, get this program if you want to do any stop frame animation. Next thing is Sony Vegas. And Sony Vegas allow you to edit all your videos really easy, real quickly, real simply. Give you a little taste of that real quick. Made by Magix Software. Really cool, pretty simple and easy to use. You throw your files in here, whatever video you have, you can cut them, splice them, you can do all kinds of stuff here, change the audio. It has a ton of different effects. It's just a way cool program that you have to have if you want to do any video editing. DragonFrame, really don't want to go into that. It's just stop frame animation that you can use. Seems to cost a ton of money if you want to buy the real one. Other than that, then you know, get the trial version has like 50 frames you can use. So it's really not that bad because you can do 50 frames, stop frame animation, and then do another 50 frame, stop frame animation, and splice them together using Sony Vegas. Not a big deal. And I also have that mouse that I did with DragonFrame, and it's on YouTube there under my name, Chad Luttrell. And then so what's our next thing here? Next thing is we covered Blender, DragonFrame, Sony Vegas. Okay, so anytime you want to draw something, you need Krita. or Inkscape. Now I actually have a drawing pad. It's not on here, or that you're not seeing right now. I actually have a drawing pad, and Krita works great for the drawing pad. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. You can use your pad, you can select your inks, you can select everything, and then it works really awesome. You don't need a high-end, completely high-end computer and program software and all that stuff. You just get Krita for free. You know, of course, they want donations. All these things want donations, but Krita is a really powerful tool for editing any kind of software. It's got a lot of the same stuff you'd see in a lot of the high-end programs. You even got things like this, which is called a Band-Aid, and it will mimic what's around it to fix a spot on a picture. So it's just phenomenal. It's really great. Matter of fact, yeah, it's just dragging this picture. A couple kids here, and there's like some spots in here that are not great. So like this spot here, just hit the Band-Aid. Come over here, tap it, boom. Thinks about it, tries to fix it best of its ability. You know, that's not a perfect fix, but I had a huge circle which can be changed by the size here, or somewhere somewhere you can change the size. Anyway, excellent tool, really great. Let's patch that there. See, I patched it up real nice, and it's called the Band-Aid tool. Works great. Anywho, moving right along, move on to the next program, and that's Inkscape. Right here, Inkscape is a very good tool. It's super great for if you're designing something and you want it perfect and accurate. You can set up grid lines and everything else completely free. Totally awesome. Can't remember what key to hit to make this bigger. Is it either shift? No, shift is right enough. Control. There we go. So here's your paper or your page. And then you can set up all these grid lines that would be perfect for drawing anything you want. And it's real precise. The drawing tools that they have are real precise. Of course, there's in-depth tutorials on this, and I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's not that hard to use, and it's freeware as well. And there's Blender and Corel Paint Shop. Excellent program, expensive program, but probably worth it. So let's see what else we got here on our list. Yeah, so Paint Shop, you have to try Corel Paint Shop Pro. You get the trial version. It's excellent. It's just a lot like well, any of those other ones out there. Probably a little bit better than Krita as far as editing and fixing things. Works really great. Don't have time to show it to you right now. It's a complicated program. Let's move right along to Audacity. Audacity, real cool program. allows you to edit your audio. Shoot. You don't have it in here. I don't know if I have it at all, actually. No, I don't. Audacity is just an audio editing program. Works really great. Freeware, again. It's got mic boost. It's got several tracks that you can put in there. So you can have a drum beat, you can have a guitar, you can have a bass beat, you can have all these different things in there and make really cool sounds and do all that. And again, these will all be posted, on my site. Anyburn. Pretty cool program. Just recently found out about it. Buddy wanted some of my music burned off. I do original music and things like that. And so I got Anyburn. And should be under utilities here. I think it does video and audio and all kinds of different things. So burn image file to disk, burn audio CD, copy disk to image file, rip audio CD. Anyway, it's got all these different things, different file formats and everything. And you can even copy disk to another disk, convert image file format. There's so much you can do with this, and it's freeware again. But just to reiterate all this, it's taken me a long time to figure all this out and put it together in one package. So I'm letting you know what I've learned over years and years and years of experience of what works and what does not work. Acoustia Mixcraft with the trial version. It's really great. I made my one video 6 years old with it, and it's got all the audio tracks that you could think of, and you can do your own music in there as well. And it's just a great piece of software. I can open it up real quick and show you how cool it is. Let's see where we're at here. We're under audio. So Mixcraft 8. Just a real awesome piece of software. Easy to use. Like I said, you can get the trial version, whatever. Let's go over here. Well, just hit OK on that. And we can go over here and hit File. And I think there's somewhere where it says Recent Projects. Okay, so I just did this drop D. Not a big deal. Yeah, let's not read that there. So let's do Restless Sleep. That's something I made with my flute. My Native American flute that I have on the wall over here. And my rain stick that's laying over there. And it's, again, on my website, of course. Chad Luttrell. Easy way to look it up. Well, not really that easy, because it's hard to spell. So now it's gathering all the information and the different tracks that I have in order to play this song. It's kind of neat, though, because down here, well, it'll pop up probably here in a second once it gets done doing everything. Oh, it's not finding the thunder clap that I had in there. That's what it's looking for. Anyway, this is it. This is my audio tracks here. Real easy, simple to edit. and you just press. You can do like a bass riff. I don't know if you can hear that, but it has all these different themes over here, from reggae to piano to jazz, instrumental, hip hop, film. You can select any of these and get different beats and cool stuff in there. But you know, I put this together and it didn't take me long at all. Pretty cool stuff. Jump out of that. No, I don't want to save my changes. So Mixcraft 8 is like the coolest thing I've ever used in my life for recording music. Really love it. It's all kind of filters and things you can run in the background too, which is really cool. Maybe I'll do an entire tutorial on that itself, but for now I'm pretty much maxed out. I'm getting a little tired. So as I said in the beginning, don't have your screen cluttered with a bunch of stuff. Put your games in your games, your utilities in your utilities, your audio in your audio, your art in your art, your video in your video, your internet things in your internet, and you'll be a way happier person. But I did want to show you these here, which is Michael Parks. That's the picture I have in the background here. It's fantasy art. Also Boris Vallejo, which is also a fantasy art guy. And then another one is Patrick Nagel. It's not fantasy art. He mostly did models, but he did them in a certain way that the lines are just simplistic, but they look really professional, really good, really great artist. Anyway, I'm going to conclude my tutorial for this now and be done with it. Till next time, peace out.